Yeah, it's a way for them to kind of fight the immense amount of poke and range damage that Gen.G have, right? With the Victor, the Jace, even the Vex a little bit, right? So, kind of do like it in that sense. This is what I was talking about. You can ban away like 4 different 80 carries, but he still gets Jhin, like,
yeah,
which is very good with the composition. So at the end of the day, it's like, go into the game. Game 1 will start right now. You know, where the junglers decide to go, if they even decide to look up at that top side, as Lehens is going to get engaged upon here. There's more damage coming out. Even an Ignite as Hoyt is pressing forward, but you could see the cooldowns there in the bottom left. He was still about 3 seconds away from his dredge line, but still trying to put on as much pressure as possible early on onto the Alistar is definitely a good idea.
Yeah, we did see very early defensive gank potentially set up for Peanut. Did not commit, almost like in the middle lane. As a lot of pressure was put onto Quid early. Will have to back first and teleport as here comes Elim.
Yeah, he's going in there, and he is going to try to charge up his knock-up here onto Doran. He gets back in there. Doran flashes, is not able to do too much, and Keen will pick up first blood in the top side as he's eating minion damage. Has to run through the jungle here as we are going to have a big collapse onto Peanut. Doran is coming down, but guess who's here? It's Fate, as Elim will take a bunch of damage too. And Doran will trade back a kill at least, but with Fate up here in a big wave on top, they require Quid to kind of just show his face, and Doran will be able to scoop up those minions. So at the end of the day, just trade 1 for 1. We're going to take another look here at this 2v2.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the bottom side of things, maybe we'll take a closer look at that.
Bit of a trade is coming down there in the bottom side. And you can see they're still chasing in the picture-in-picture. The Ignite was used. Lehens and the speed up. Teddy is trying to get on in there as the flash comes in and he crits him down. Basically a 2v2 as well, as Elim gets there a bit late. He is not needed.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, Gwangdong Freaks have a huge opportunity.
Oh, Quid is just so aggressive trying to take out that control ward. He gets knocked up by the Nautilus and does get taken out there. Hoyt flashes in for the play. He's going Hullbreaker. My lethality is not going to be as great. Let's rush some of that real armor penetration. We'll be curious to see if he does eventually go down that route.
I wonder too, because in some ways it is definitely strong into the soul lane, but you know, there's a lot to offer with some of the other builds he could go down to try to kill the Nautilus engages. Here we go.
Quid is getting engaged upon again, and he doesn't have a stopwatch. He's just going to get taken out. Another fantastic max range dreadline from the side of Hoyt. As, man, this guy just can't be stopped on this champion.
Yeah, I mean, this is a champion that I think definitely should have been considered in the ban phase by Gen.G. Doran actually going to get rooted here. He's got Lehens with him. He's trying to turn.
Yeah, he is trying to turn, but he does not know that Elim is nearby. The flash comes in. The Ignite is enough, and the bounce comes in from the Ludens, and that is a 3rd kill now onto Fate.
That's the name of the game until they get the setup for this next Drake. Rinse and repeat.
Okay, he's going to find Hoyt here, who was very deep in the jungle. I mean, not incredibly deep, I should say, but in a decent enough spot for Peanut to look for it, as the damage is already coming out. The Jhin ultimate opened up once again. Looking to call some curtains as Fate looking for a potential kill, and there's the snipe. He holds it. It's going to take down the cow, and now Gwangdong Freaks have the pick, and they will move to Baron.
This has been such an incredible team effort from Gwangdong Freaks every step of the way. You know, it's a potential pick attempt onto Hoyt that leads to a death for Gen.G, that leads to lack of Baron control, you know, and this is what I was saying. Gwangdong Freaks, if they look like they're out of position, they're probably not.
Yeah, there is the play onto Peanut. He's the jungler. If they take him out, it should be Baron, but the damage coming up from Ophelia is actually pretty good there in the front line. Alongside of Quid and Doran, there's a huge shot blast as Quid is looking for a bit more. And Teddy is just running straight forward as all of this is happening. Does not care.
He has flash, so he's fairly safe here.
He keeps doing this, man. He's really scaring me. He's 3-0-2. He doesn't have a stopwatch, though. He doesn't have a lot of survivability. He's trying to get that poke down, and every single time he's eating giant blasts to the face from the Jace, from the Vex, from the Victor. I mean, there's so much response here from the side of Gen.G as huge amounts of damage goes into Peanut, and he just blows up as Lahens is trying to frontline here. Fate and LM find the angle, as now down will go Lahens as well. The fight over the dragon goes the way of Gwangdong Freaks.
Peanut once again looking for a potential steal. He's on the edge there. He knows Fate's low. Great.
Get some vision in there. They're not clearing it. There's a massive shot to the back line as now Quid is in. They're going to take down Keen as the smite comes in just barely from LM. As he does not have flash, he is down, and he will sacrifice himself here. He's trying to kill Ophelia, but the fear will come in. Couple of kills go to Gen.G, but the Baron will be picked up here by Gwangdong.
Doran get another one here. If he actually hits Hoyt.
He's looking for the snipe. Should know where they are backing. And,
just a little bit late on that one.
Not even the top wave is in. It's a massive engage. Hoyt, a hook from miles away after the knockup, but LM trying to frontline here. That's going to be another kill into the pockets of Teddy. Has a bit of a trade now. Huge poke damages coming out. They dodge the Vex ultimate. Not able to get on in there is Quid. And now he's trying to do a bit of frontlining himself. And now a teleport to the top side here from Doran as he barely gets out of there, and Quid is just left to die. Peanut and Ophelia not able to do anything to help him out.
These players will be fine, Peanut and Ophelia, but Doran defends top turret.
Posturing aggressively. Here is Gen.G. They're actually starting up the Drake. They do have a massive amount of damage here. The knockback onto the Xin Zhao, and that will be the Mountain Drake going the way of Peanut here. As he does pick it up, Quid is in a lot of trouble. He will have to sacrifice his life once again to be taken up, as does Lahens.
And that's probably just going to be game, unfortunately, for Gen.G. They got the Drake, but can they survive?
We'll see, there's still a lot of damage here on the side of Gen.G. That's a kill onto the Nautilus, but they stick around. Ophelia is low on mana, and in comes Fate from behind. And now this Victor is just dead. Gonna be shot down from range by the Jin. And that will be Gwangdong Freaks looking for the push in. Do they have enough time? Feels like it, as only Alistair is 10 seconds away.
Yeah, only Alistair's 10 seconds away. They have a wave coming through here in the mid lane. They're a little bit split in terms of how they are pushing this in, but if they kill both structures, that means they're going to get 2 waves of minions here, and that's why they played it out split like that. If they get a pick on Peanut, that's it.
Lahens no ult, and Peanut is desperate. Not able to clear the waves on the Lee Sin. That should be game number 1. Going the way of the Gwangdong Freaks. As down will go the Cow, and down will go the Nexus. Yeah, they get it down. I think that Fade had a pretty immaculate game as well. I don't believe he died even towards the end. Even that last flank through the enemy base as well, just to pick up the last couple of kills there. Really, really good stuff. I think that Fate and Teddy...
That's my fear. Then you've got Jinx rockets to help out. We've seen those, basically in the LCK are magnetized towards players who are trying to make plays in the top lane. Sometimes you can accidentally feed an AD carry in these moments.
That sign said, blame your teammates. You're allowed to blame your teammates. We'll see if they get some confidence here for game number 2.
When Ophelia and Quid come back and play challengers this week, like, the other players in the team house being like, so what was it like? Like, what was it like playing in front of that crowd, And what was it like losing to Gwangdong, and getting that experience? Like, I feel like that is so valuable in itself. As we have a fight.
This is insane. They're going so deep onto LM here. Fate is coming over, but not on time, as now Quid is on the back of Fate. Not going to amount to too much, but a nice little invade there as Doran
I think that's part of why we didn't see the Tom Kench, as Lahens will get exhausted.
This is what the Rise can do. Lahens is in a bit of trouble. He has flash, but he's not going to be able to use it, as that will be 4 against 1. Not exactly fair, but Gwangdong Freaks don't care about that.
There's a lot to talk about, but will they be able to get over to the Rift Hill is a question.
Ophelia here does have his flash, and Crescent Guard available, but with the red buff ticking down, Ophelia in a lot of trouble. Is not able to get away from that one as LM gets his revenge.
No, Teddy is going to get plates here, so even though Gen.G will get the Rift Herald on the other side, it's not really going to amount to an advantage for them. And they need to not only be getting advantages, but big ones right now with this composition, so this hurts a lot.
It's good to remember that with this Diana play from Peanut. He picks up the kill, or helps with the first kill, and then not only that, is getting very far ahead. As Hoyt is going to face check here, and he is, well, as they say, dead.
Yep, that is the word of choice. Eliminated, actually, is usually the word they use in-game, but for the gauge. As once again, Gen.G have prio on this Drake. Gwangdong looking to group for this.
Yeah. They're in a pretty good spot. They have this Rift Herald here as well, so LM could drop it down, try to put on some pressure. I would recommend it. That's a very deep teleport in from Doran. Not even sure if Gwangdong Freaks know about it just yet, as here is Doran behind enemy lines. Nobody is checking behind them, as now they engage onto LM, but they turn immediately onto Quinn, and he just gets blown up. The engage is not there, as LM will get dunked down. There's a lot of damage now. The gameplay button from Ophelia gets it down, but you can see now everybody else has to back away. Peanut not quite able to be the scale tipper there, as Gwangdong Freaks will take a big team fight here and get their first Drake.
And I asked the question moments ago, when will the scale tip? And I think it just has. You know, Gwangdong Freaks just put a giant rock on it, and it's swinging down, it's slamming on the ground. It's on the Gwangdong Freaks side here. They have now even the gold.
He doesn't pick up a kill because Keen tried to give it to him, but it failed, as Ophelia is going to get caught here. Down he will go.
Just got to be so careful about being out there like that, you know. Ophelia gets caught here. Rift Herald got an extra charge because they were showing respect, but not enough respect, right? Then they actually get this whole inner turret. And what was an even gold about 45 seconds ago situation is now actually a 600 gold lead for Gwangdong Freaks with that inner gold turret they pick up. Or inner turret gold, excuse me.
Petty. This is, man, I just said he was playing well. Sometimes the caster curse is the strongest thing on the Rift, as another knockup will come down onto Fate, as he will be denied his Realm Warp, and Hoyt is basically just trying to help him here, but he will not be able to. So a couple of big picks will go the way of Gen.G. Well, I don't know, this is so early on.
Yeah, this is so risky here. Fate's not up for 12 seconds.
Meganar is being charged as we speak. That's a lot of damage onto Ellen, but he's very tanky, and once again, Quid struggles. He takes a lot of damage there, and now can't really quite survive if they decide to go in. Lehens is desperately trying to get the engage, but Yone goes down as Keen is going to 1v1 him. And now this fight is turning into, you know, like, start the trumpets, man. Like, we're just going in on this Clown Fiesta, as now we are going to get the kill onto the Graves. And that 20-minute Baron attempt, that was very desperate, will not work out here for Gen.G. Gwangdong Freaks immediately strike back. But now that they're behind, it's not going to be easy. But Lehens does have a nice little flank here, trying to get on top of Teddy.
But nobody else is here.
Yeah, they're not able to peel back the onion. The damage goes down onto LM, and they will finally kill him. A lot is used for that, as now Fate on the tank rise is just tanking up Doran. Is able to use that stopwatch as the perfect time, but a big engage once again from Quid. Able to pick up the kill now onto Keen. They're trying to turn this one around. Quid gets another one. Doran picks up a kill. And see him on the right side, level 16. And it seems like they just want to pull the trigger and engage. Gwangdong Freaks, they want more than just a silly Cloud Drake.
It was such a clean chase there from Gwangdong, because if you try to turn on that, Nar gets his ultimate.
We're doing Baron. And again, they do have a really nice amount of Baron damage here with Doran, Peanut, and Quid specifically. So they are threatening it and looking for the turn, as you mentioned before. Here's the turn. It's a half-hearted solar flare onto a Xinjiao. Not really going to do too much at this point. So Gen.G now miss out on that, as they're actually going in on this one. Fate's like, yep, I'm engaging, guys. Let's go.
You know,
everybody just runs.
When Han Solo chases the stormtroopers in A New Hope, like, this feels like that. Like,
yeah, there's no way Lehens is getting in there alone. You can see that Peanut is hanging around, but he did just do the blue. There's too much damage on the map now. They're not really prepared for this, so I wouldn't favor just rushing a fight here for Gen.G.
But if the Narbar expires, there's an angle here.
Teddy is on the left side, and the engage just isn't there. You see
nice
that Doran saw it.
And she can get that next. She has his Zonias, and Doran ends up getting, I mean, he is full build. Okay.
LM is going to bite the bait, but again, who's baiting who here? Because, again, Teddy is in a great spot. That ultimate not going to do too much, as Ellen will get blown up immediately by the Syndra. Now Hoyt is going a little bit too deep, and there it is. There's the engage for Gen.G. They get the Jinx, and Keen is left all alone. Fate can't do anything. Quid has so much chasing power. Eventually has to hop back, but it doesn't matter. The mid lane is being pushed.
Yeah, Fate will get out of here, I believe, with an unsealed spellbook cleanse and is going to escape. But that means that Gen.G have the ability to just push down the Nexus. They've got so much damage at this point. As Fate can't back, Lehens is not going to let him. And that looks like it's going to push us to a Game 3. Teleport coming through to keep Lehens alive. Doran having a flashy end game here.
He wants to kill, and he will have it. The Nexus will go down as well. Gen.G forces us to Game 3.
But, man, did they pull it off. And I said it before, like, this feels like a game where they're going to play Leone. They did, but it was well practiced, well prepared, looked very clean. And Gwangdong Freaks finally were punished. You know, I said they never step over the line. They never cross the line. They did just one time, and that's all it takes.
It all comes back.
It all comes back. In terms of team fighting here, Gwangdong Freaks have a lot of options for engage between the Nautilus, the Orianna, Lee Sin, and then Gwen can flank as well. So Keen can find angles in the back line.
Absolutely. Game number 3 starts now. Gen.G up against the Gwangdong Freaks.
Like, no options. Maybe, you know, LeBlanc is an exception here too, as Lehens is going to hide. Peanut has a control ward down here. This could be a big dive opportunity onto Keen. He's got 6, though.
Yeah, he's level 6. It's not a big built-up wave. There's no cannon. They're still going to make it happen, though. It's 4v1 now. As Keen, he's gotten out of sticky situations. Not sure about this one. No root will come down, though, as the needles do come through. And 4 people is enough. 3 couldn't get it last time, but 4 is the lucky number.
And it's a group up for the Drake at the same time.
Oh, we're just going in trying to kill Elam. They're going to kill him, but at the same time, he does get the Drake. So the job is done, essentially. Good job, Elam. You gave her life for your team. And that's also Flash on Lehens, who really was just trying to burst him down. Not quite successful there.
And then take these plates like, yeah, he did come down. It just took him a million years. So, success.
Approximately a million billion years. As, speaking of which, Teddy is just dead. A very nice bait play. There was no vision.
None.
Down there at all. They only had river vision, and I suppose you just gotta keep that safe. And
guess what? There's a dead Rift Herald, too.
Yeah.
So now you are really starting to fall behind as Gwangdong Freaks, a team that, again, has been so reliant on early game control in most of their successful wins. Realm Warp coming through.
Yeah, they're trying to get on top of Keen here, but with Elam around and with red buff on cooldown, off cooldown. As now, the Hens going to do the same. He's just looking for the engage. Goes pretty deep into this one, but the kick doesn't end up doing too much. Elam doesn't quite have the damage output. Keen tries to get in there. Quid very far up in the front here as Elam does try to join up, but has to flash away. And over the wall comes Peanut. Fantastic flash and stun. And Gen.G now, they're just rolling all over them as Keen is going to be taken out. And this Orianna finally does something, picks up a kill as Peanut is just prancing away on the Gwen. Yeah, but for now, I mean, Gwangdong Freaks are kind of making the colon face. You know, they're just unhappy. It's not very satisfied with the way things are going here. It's kind of sad for them how things have fallen apart now as Elam is going to be stunned up and taken down 100-0. I mean, this is a Lee Sin we're talking about. Just gets absolutely crushed. Us gamers.
Look at the damage on turrets of this guy at this stage.
Yeah. Elam is trying to get in there, but again, it's tank rise. So Quid is like, yeah, just let me call over my buddy. He does damage. Really nice Leona ult again. And Teddy just doesn't get to play the game. When you're behind like this, against this Ziggs, you're not having fun, but that is a big Orianna ultimate, and all the needles are going through. Gen.G just groups up for them. They're giving Gwangdong a chance as the Sonic Wave will go wide. But it is just, you know, some kills given over to Fate.
Yeah, and it's 2 kills now to the Orianna. He's getting a little bit stronger here, getting a little bit more relevant in this game, and Gen.G didn't respect the fact that there is a lot of turn here on this comp. Well, Hoyt once again looking for an engage here onto Lehens.
Yeah, really nice Hex Flash. He is actually in trouble. A very tanky Leona, but not tanky enough against 5 members while he is alone.
And that's his job, and that's okay. And yes, Ruler is a way stronger mechanical player and actually an 80 carry. And Ophelia is doing his
helps,
job.
Yeah.
He's doing his job well, right? I mean, you give this guy an opportunity to get ahead, and then he's going to do his job, right? So this is perfect storm here for Gen.G.
Yeah. And it's Mountain Soul time. So you can see that Gwangdong Freaks, they don't want to give this one up, but keep in mind that they're down almost 9,000 gold at this point in time. So it's rough. And you've got to run straight into a protected Ziggs as immediately Hoyt just gets blown to pieces. And Keen is the only one staking around, trying to just throw out needles. The rest of Gwangdong have given up this objective, so now that's Mountain Soul here for Gen.G.
Doran is so tanky. You're basically healing him. Look at his items. When Keen was trying to snip him, Doran was actually, his health was going up.
Just really, really good stuff.
Oh, they've got vision here.
Yeah, they're going for it, just jumping in, and this is that moment where you say they're smacking them with their wallets. You know, it's just so far ahead, and they can literally just run at you and press their buttons and take you down.
Yeah,
That's exactly what they did.
That is exactly what they did. That is the moment. That was the moment right there. And as the 30-minute mark is hit exactly, we've got an Orianna teleporting to grab an objective bounty as the Baron goes down effortlessly. Now, Gwangdong will pick up this one in mid.
You are not going to like your position, regardless of the lead that you had. It's just too big of a risk to give over, so they're going to take it very, very slow. Try to mix up the waves here at the same time. Actually synchronize them, the exact opposite. A massive bomb does come in as there's the ultimate on the door, and he has to flash away. As in goes Quiddy, is going to get the assassination onto the Nautilus, and it should be enough here for the side of Gen.G. As the Realm Warp just says goodbye to Elim. We are going into your base. See you later. Gen.G will take the win here 2-1 as they'll go for the kill first, no doubt.
Sorry, Keen. Got the kill onto Doran, but that's all you're going to get here in these final moments. As you say, Gen.G take the series 2-1 against all odds. 2 challengers, substitute players on this team. Filia picks up 20,000 damage flat here on the Ziggs. Plays his role well. Quid and Doran bullying the top side. It was a win all across the Rift.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POD interview translation, joined by Peanut and Lehans from Gen.G. It was definitely a tough situation for Gen.G, but you managed to push through and get the victory. Yeah, I mean, the last T1 series, or like today, we were trying not to be too sad, you know. We were having this mindset that we can still win, and in the end, we're able to pick up the victory, so it's a big relief. And Lehans, what's on your mind right now, getting this victory? Absolutely happy, you know. And also my teammates did a fantastic work, so I'm so happy. And Lehans, especially you, had to play with Ophelia, a mid laner, who had to step in and fill Ruler's shoes. How did you build your teamwork with him? About the laning phase, you know, I tried to give him some advices and tips, and also I just wanted to kind of play around Ophelia's and kind of adjust to his style. And today, at the end of Game 3, you actually yelled at Doran, like, why are you never listening to me today? I mean, Doran used to never play or make any useless play. And because if Doran kind of overextends, you know, the rest of the challengers players would also follow him. So we just wanted to make him kind of be a lot more controlled today. Just like you mentioned, the challengers players were doing a fantastic job together with the main roster players. I'm pretty sure you guys have been feeling a lot more pressure today. But is there any message you want to send over to the challengers players who stepped in? You know, I told them, you know, what it matters is actually about winning, you know. Trying hard is not a big deal as long as you lose. So I hope today's match can become a great experience for them. And also I'm happy that we are able to win in the end. Then let's get back to game. Game number 2. Well, you guys let Jinx Rise, the most popular picks, through and decided to play Yone Diana into Gwangdong's standard comp. You know, we have to kind of find the perfect balance with our damage, you know, AP and AD. And that's what all mattered for us for team fights. So it was not about, you know, countering their comp. It was more about finding the perfect damage, collaboration. And also Gen.G banned 3 marksmen in game number 1, targeting the bot lane. But later on, you guys only banned Caitlyn. Just like he said, you know, we cannot really ban everything to find the balance. So we kind of realized that we should focus on something else. In game 2, that Diana was fed as a solo laner. However, this game was definitely going back and forth. So how confident were you in game 2? Early on, we started off really well, you know. It was a great start for us. We were having a great lead. But because we didn't have AD carry in terms of the champion pick, so the game was definitely going back and forth. Moving on. Lihans, you are the first player to beat the undefeated Hoyt's Nautilus. Prior to today's series, that was 7-0 so far, and Jinx Nautilus combo was also on a 7-win streak. I mean, KDF, they don't have Peanut. I just trusted Peanut and we were able to win. That's all it's all about. I mean, Lihans was like, I don't care if he plays Nautilus because we can always counter that with Leona, so I trusted with Lihans. We have a very phenomenal gameplay from Gen.G in Game 3, so let's take a look at this replay. That kill on Jinx and also the kill onto the Herald was so on point. So the bottom duo were supposed to be basing, but they kind of realized we can actually set up a play on Jinx. So we were expecting one kill onto that Jinx, but somehow we saw they dropped the Herald as well. So we were like, whoa, this is so good. Yeah, when Teddy used his Herald, I was so excited. I was like so happy that he even used the Herald on the bottom lane. So I was making a lot of calls. So even though Gen.G started off with a loss, you guys are able to turn the series around. And your next opponent looks pretty strong, especially regarding your current lineup. I heard you were also very concerned. It's going to be Taman Kia coming up. The T1 series, the Taman Kia series, we had to play without the main roster. So this could be, especially today, could be a start of our losing streak. But now that we got the victory, I think we will be able to play without a lot less burden on our shoulders. And what's your mindset heading into that matchup against Taman Kia? Yeah. So about that match, we'll be able to have Ruler back on the roster, so we're going to trust him and do our best in order to showcase the best play possible. Lians, you will be able to play with Ruler down on the bottom lane in that Taman Kia series. We will do our best to have the best game and the great game up against Taman Kia in that series. And this will be the end of the interview from Gen.G POG players, and back to the analyst carpet space. Thank you.